I initially started off wanting it to be a record label, you know, because I had this kind of big thing after I watched Fugazi's Instrument DVD, and it like really inspired me to just get up and do something, you know, the whole sort of DIY thing. Yeah, initially the idea was to sort of help a couple of local bands out, get like limited edition presses of CDs done. I had a friend that was able to like print CDs up, like 100 CDs at a time, and it looked relatively professional, you know, because we could print artwork on there and everything. I don't think there is anything on this. This is Cathedral, 10-inch vinyl, two 10-inch vinyls. That's worth about 90 quid, 100 quid. I got it for £2 from a charity shop. I've kind of started to realise that the whole sort of DIY record label thing, as far as I'm concerned, isn't really that much of a deal, to be honest with you. Just literally because like bands can do it themselves, you know. You can, like I said, you can have your own Bandcamp and all that and sell stuff directly, and also, you know, you can press up your own CDs and stuff yourselves and sell them at gigs, you know, and that's what bands are doing locally. So bands are taking that whole DIY thing and doing it themselves. But as we just had a big discussion, as we've discussed, I think that there's a point in time where the DIY thing becomes a little bit sort of redundant. I think if you want, it depends what you want for your band. If you want your band to get out there more and do bigger things and be involved in sort of festivals and things like that, then I think you can still do things yourself, but I believe that you do need to start having a little bit of help, and the music industry is an industry, so unfortunately, and it still is, and it still is run by people in big companies and stuff, and you have to know the right people to be able to achieve lots of different things, whether it's getting reviews in magazines, getting on festival bills, or just getting distribution and stuff. You have to deal with professional companies, so you have to have a professional attitude. Again, I got this from a charity shop for £3. It's actually worth it's between £60 to £80. And they've got these amazing...
Wow.
And they've all got lyrics on the back as well.
That's unbelievable.
And I think that's where Artscare's at the minute, you know. Artscare is driven by that whole DIY ethos, but it's getting to a point now where I want to, personally I want to take this more seriously, and I want to represent bands and help them to achieve whatever it is they want to achieve, whether they want to get radio play or whether they want to get in magazines, reviewed in magazines, or whether they want to get on festivals and stuff. I thought I'd like to show this as well, because I bought this recently. This is Turbo Wolf's album, and I've just actually ripped that, so sorry Turbo Wolf. But I think Turbo Wolf are a really good example of a Bristol band that have kind of done things on their own terms, you know, and they've done things professionally, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't sort of over-gig. They come back to Bristol every sort of 3 months or something like that, you know. They built their fan base up solidly. They've got cool artwork. They've always had cool posters. They've just built things up and up and up. They've got sort of the right people involved in the background working for them. And then this is the culmination of it. They've got a record deal. They've just done a couple of nights with like Monster Magnet and stuff. And they've toured with Korn and things. And this is a really nice thing here because it's like gold vinyl.
Gold vinyl, yeah. Bit premature, isn't it?
Yeah. It is a bit. But, you know. I hope in 5 years' time that Artscare will be known not just locally but nationally. And I really am hoping that with the work that I do in conjunction with the bands that I'm working with, that as a partnership we can kind of hopefully get somebody to break relatively big. You know, I don't see why they can't achieve a certain level of success. There's so much potential in this city, such a great city, and such a vibrant music scene, you know. My hope is that, you know, in 5 years' time, Artscare will be properly established nationally as well as locally, like I said, and be able to sort of get bands out there, you know.